and welcome to this week's Tea Time with Mrs. Potts. My name is Emily Jewell. I play Mrs. Potts in the national tour of Disney's Beauty and the Beast, presented by Networks Presentations. And I'm here this week with Mr. Nick Lorenzini.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
Could you introduce yourself to everybody? Tell them where you went to school.
Yes, of course. I'm from Arizona and California, back and forth, but now I live in New York City.
Yes.
I lived in Arizona until 8th grade, started doing theater out there. Then I moved to Dana Point, California.
Okay.
It's very nice. It's in Orange County.
Nice.
I went to a theater high school, and that's when I started singing and dancing.
Cool.
You know, kind of changed things up a bit, and ever since then I've been obsessed with musical theater, and it's been my, main focus and,
Sweet.
main focus in life.
Awesome. So, Nick, this is not your first tour, right?
It is not.
You did Elf before. How does this tour compare?
Well, so Elf, this is like a real tour. Elf was a lot shorter, obviously, like 2 months tops. I did it 2 years, and it's crazy because it was such a good little like tease as to what tour would be like, but the light at the end of the tunnel is so close, you never really get in the groove of being on tour. For example, no one ever slept on the bus, no one, because we also had some pretty good solid week or 2 week sit downs,
cool.
But we weren't planning for 8 months on a bus, so
Sure.
the idea of like we would just wake up and watch movies and goof off on the bus, and it wasn't that big of a deal.
Whereas we sleep on the bus all the time.
Where we sleep, because it's more of a natural or a normal occurrence where you're going to have to travel and then do a show, where that didn't really ever happen on Elf.
Right.
And it also was a perfect lead into Beauty and the Beast because it really director Sam Scalamoni, choreographer Connor Gallagher, Networks. It literally just feels like the same thing but a completely different show. And obviously we had different creative people involved in Beauty as well, but it's now kind of feels like home, the group of people.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nick, we were just in Phoenix, Arizona, which is home for you. What was it like to be able to perform where you grew up?
Being in Phoenix was incredible. It was definitely, one of the biggest full circle moments for me in my adult life, especially in musical theater, because I grew up going to that theater and have heard of the Orpheum, and just being able to do something of this scale and such a beautiful production that I'm so proud of, and being able to get close to my hometown and have my family see it was wonderful. And also the last show I saw at that theater was kind of a life-changing moment for me. So then just being back on that stage, and the show I had seen was a network show, and so being on that stage and being close to family was pretty incredible, especially close to Thanksgiving and close to the holidays. Since I won't be home for Christmas, it was pretty perfect. Way too short, kind of a lot to take in. Some of it still hasn't even hit me, and I, missed them already, but it was lovely.
Good. So I really want to know what it was like creating Monsieur Dark, because he is one of the strangest, funniest characters in our show, in my opinion. So what was that experience like creating him, and so differently than I've seen him before, I would say? It
was pretty special. So at first I was pretty nervous because when I read to understudy Maurice and Cogsworth, since I had friends who've done the tour before, I had the little insider scoop that track would be playing Monsieur Dark. And of course I was so excited at the thought to understudy Miss Maurice and Cogsworth, because I kind of like playing crazy old guys anyway, and Monsieur Dark is definitely all of that. And so I was nervous because I didn't read for them, so I didn't know if I was going to be good or what kind of voice was going to come out. But luckily, also having friends who had done the tour, I had seen a picture of what it was going to look like. And as soon as I saw the picture of the creepy bald cap and his long fingernails and his hunched back, like honestly, just that first day of kind of learning it, I just kind of like walked around a bit, and the posture just kind of came very naturally. And I tried some things, and luckily Rob Roth and Sam liked it and kind of let me play around, and a few things obviously didn't work or changed and evolved, but it just kind of naturally came to be. And I have the design and the costume and the look of him really to thank, because that's what kind of drove all of my decisions.
Totally. That's awesome. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
So fun.
And I have the best time. Whoever's idea it was, like letting me be in that costume backstage with ample downtime, was probably crazy because it made me goof off a little too much. Sorry, Kelsey.
As this is Tea Time with Mrs. Potts, I have to ask, what is your favorite tea?
I would have to say I don't drink tea often, but I do really love at Starbucks. I love their passion tea lemonade.
Oh, nice.
I think it tastes like Christmas. It's incredible. I try not to drink it too much because I literally could drink a Trenta of it like that, and it's, you know, if I drink that all the time, I'll become addicted, and then, you know, it's a lot of sugar.
Totally.
But I also really love chai tea. Also, kind of
nice.
reminds me of Christmas.
Yeah, the spices in that are very.
You know what? You can probably cut all this out because it's going to be too much information. I think a big reason as to why I haven't been the biggest tea drinker was because people always suggest tea when you're for singers and when you're sick. And every time I would drink it, it would make my voice, like if I was a little sick, I would wake up the next morning feeling like it was a little bit worse. It never did what people told me about. But
so
come
strange.
to realize, I found out about a year and a half ago while going through some vocal issues that I had bad acid reflux, and I think that's why. I think the tea was obviously helping and soothing my throat, but it was creating more acid. So then I would wake up not being able to sing. So in my head, I still feel like it's going to make my voice worse. So I have to stay away from tea. Not that coffee is any less acidic, but that's why.
Well, good.
I'm going to drink more tea.
Good. You should drink more tea.
Mrs. Potts. Mrs. Potts.
Well, it's a perfect segue, because I'm going to leave them with what I leave them every week. What I leave them with every week, which is, remember, there's nothing like a nice warm cup of tea to make the world seem a little bit brighter. Thanks, Nick. You can laugh.
You can laugh whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, ready?
Yes. Okay, hi. Okay, just keep rolling. Y'all let me know.
Great. B-roll.
Or like a little. When it's time to go.
You get a little.
Give me a little. Was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Great.
Alright. Is this what the whole thing's gonna be like?
No.
Because I don't know if he needs to be my guest. I'm just kidding.
We're good. Okay, so it was quite the.
Did you forget the question?
No, just repeating it. Because I'm going to be acting right now.
Why don't you just ask him again?
Yeah, we asked me again.
Okay, so.
Don't push number 3.
I do, I get really mad.
You do get mad.
Important, okay?
It's very important.
It's important to me. It's the way I'm going to document all of this.
It's just amazing. I mean, I'm so happy you're doing this.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
It is great.
It's incredible. You're going to look back at this.
When I'm 80,
Because
like,
people have
remember
these,
that time I was on Beauty and the Beast.
People have these ideas, you know.
Behold, they have a beast.
It's amazing
I'm
how
gonna
you
talk
follow
like that
through.
apparently. Seriously. That door open this morning. Did you get that on camera? Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You ready?
2, 4, 6, 7.
Okay, ready? Alright. Alright, so as this is.
Wait.